Welcome to Capita. We will walk you through how to set up employee-initiated cash settlement of option awards on the Capita platform. In Capita, cash settlement process is also called surrender. To configure the surrender or cash settlement windows, go to the left menu, click on Settings, then click on Configurations. From there, you can go to the surrender window configuration. This is where we set up the windows. When you click on this, you will be taken to the first page where you can select the window settings. Once you open the surrender window, this would mean that all eligible grantees can take part in this workflow. There are two ways to open the window. You can keep it open permanently, or you can set it for a specific time period. To open it for a set period of time, choose the start date and end date. For example, you can open the window for a month and then save your settings. The cash settlement window will then only be open for this set period. Next, we decide who the applicable grantees are. Here, you can pick who is eligible to join this workflow. You can select all participants or only those who are active or terminated. Everyone who is selected will be able to take part in this event. If you want to choose a specific group of employees, you can add the grantees by selecting their names. Then, you can pick some of them and add them to the system. You will then see all their details, including employee ID, name, and status. When you are done, you can save it. Next, we configure the consent. First, you can decide if a surrender form or cash settlement form is needed. If yes, you can select Yes and pick a template. A default template is available. If your company has its own surrender form or cash settlement form, you can add the new IT here. We will not go into detail here, as there is another video and article that explains how to set up surrender form or grant letter templates. So, back to the workflow with the cash settlement window. If a surrender form is needed, you can select it from here. There is a default disclaimer for surrender here. This message will show whenever eligible grantees send in their surrender request. If you want to custom this message, you can do it here. You can also choose to notify the options holder about the surrender window and cash settlement window. If you select Yes, all the grantees you picked in the earlier step will get email notifications about this surrender window. You can adjust the settings as needed. The last step is the settlement price. You can pick a settlement price based on certain valuation types. The common ones are fair market value, 409A valuation, and last round price. If you pick the last round price, it will link to your latest fundraising round pricing. If you pick fair market value or 409A valuation, it will link to your valuations here. You will need to update your fair market value or 409A valuation, and the system will base on the latest valuation date and set it as the settlement price. In this case, let's pick the latest 409A valuation as settlement price. After you click Submit, the surrender window will be set up. Now, let's log in as an employee to see how the workflow looks. Let's go to the platform from an employee's view. After logging in, we will be seeing Employee Dashboard. To send a cash settlement or surrender request, we go to the Equity Awards section. This will take us to a page where we can see the units available for exercise or surrender. If we want to submit surrender request, we click on Surrender Units. Here, we see details of our stock plan holdings, so we can decide how many options to surrender. For this example, let's select all the units, which totals 857. The system will then work out the payout using the 409A valuation. This total payout is shown here along with the custom disclaimer we set earlier. If we want to go ahead to submit the request, we just click Submit. The system will then ask us to confirm the surrender. Once we click Submit, all the units available will go to 0 as everything will move to pending surrender. Now, let's switch back to the administrator's view. If we go to the Surrenders section and then In Progress Surrenders, we can see that this request is waiting for approval. As administrator, we can review the request and then approve or reject as needed. If we want to see more details, we can click and view the details. This is how you can set up the employee-initiated cash settlement workflow in Capita. Please reach out if you have any questions. We are always here to help. Thank you.